gonna show you on how to find a dragon in RLCraft Bedrock Edition. If you play Java Edition, it is nowhere near the same. Let's run through all the dragons that's in RLCraft, and afterwards we're gonna make ourselves a whole brand new world in creative, and we're gonna show you exactly on how to find each and every one of these. So we have the poison dragon, the ice, the dark dragon, which is the rarest dragon in RLCraft, nature, earth dragon, water dragon, fire dragon, which is the most common, air dragon, and last but not least, lightning dragon. So the lightning dragon, the dark dragons are really rare. And are they fight? Ooh, whoops. Okay. They're just going at it. So the rarest dragon being the dark dragon, then it goes to lightning, then it goes air, and everything else is, I mean, pretty common. It's still extremely rare to find, but I mean, these are the most common ones, and these you can find in a different section, which I'll be going into detail. So let's actually leave this world real quick, making a whole brand new world just for y'all. Now I did my own research on finding these dragons. Difficulties don't matter. No, I don't want to play the tutorial. Listen, I've played this game, okay? I've been playing this game every day. All right, let's see where we spawn. Oh, we spawned in a pretty decent spot. Oh, we're in survival. All right, let's give the information that's gonna change the game. So the dragons that you can quite literally find in the wild, depending on the biome, is the red dragon, ice dragon, earth dragon, the poison dragon, and last but not least, the water dragon. All the rest of the other dragons you can find in the wild, but they are extremely rare, and it's actually a specific biome where you can find these as well. So for the red dragon, you actually can only find these in the Badlands. Like I said, there is a rare chance you could find them elsewhere, but if you're in the Badlands biome, you could find yourself the dragon. All right, we are in a Badlands biome, and yeah, this is quite literally where you could find yourself a red dragon. Now, what we're gonna do is fly around this area real quick, and I don't think it's gonna actually take us too long to find a dragon. This is a pretty huge biome, and there should be at least one here. And you saw I made this world right in front of your face. So we're going to these biomes, and we're gonna find a dragon, without a doubt. Where are you? I know you're somewhere here, literally. And this is not the same as Java, and I say this again because literally in Java, you find yourself dragons like underground in the most random spots ever. But with these in Bedrock Edition, every single dragon you find will be on the surface. So just keep that in mind. There might not be a dragon. Just because you're in a biome doesn't mean that you're guaranteed gonna find a dragon, by the way. It is a rare chance that it spawns in, like a 50-50 chance. Let's see if we can keep finding us. Yep, there it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. So if you look for structure looking like this is where you would find yourself the red dragon. We are in the Badlands biome, so if you end up finding yourself a red dragon, most likely come over here. It increases your chances of finding a dragon. So yeah, we just proved it. Badlands, boom, dragon. Now to find yourself an ice dragon, you need to be in a snowy/ice biome. Any biome that look kind of like this is where you're gonna find yourself a dragon. I super recommend getting yourself an ice resistant trinket. If you go in here with no trinkets, you are going to freeze to death. So let's see if we can find ourselves a dragon real quick. It's kind of gonna look like the structure that we found in the Badlands, but in a snowy form. This is quite the sea. This is huge. Holy. Once you find these abandoned ships that's in this ice biome, that's how you know you are in the right path. You know, this is where the dragons normally spawn. And look at that. We even found ourselves a ice. Look at that. Easy. All right. Getting close. Hopefully we find. Oh, and there we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're right next to the ice. So I think the closer you are to these ice structures, the better the chance you find yourself an ice dragon. So there we go. Earth dragons could be found in the desert biome, and these are huge. So you got to take your time skimming through these sections to find yourself a dragon. Not to say it's guaranteed, but there's a very high chance that there will be an earth dragon spawning here. So let's fly real quick and see if we can find ourselves the dragon. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Those dragon nests always look the same. So if you see a structure that looks like that, you're in trouble. Nope, nothing here. Oh, we have bad luck so far. Golly, this is a huge sand biome. There is no way we don't find a dragon here. No way. And another sand biome. Oh my goodness, this is so difficult. Oh, there we go. Finally. So this is where you're gonna find the earth dragon, if I'm mistaken. Yep. That's the earth dragon. So earth dragon you will find in the sand biome. I don't know why that was so difficult to find. Now for the poison dragon, you can find these in the swamp biome. Let's see if we get lucky this time. It took us a long time to find that earth dragon. And while I was recording this video, something completely changed. Is that you can legit find yourself any dragon in the swamp biome. As you can see, this one point that I found myself a red dragon, I found myself a white dragon, the air dragon, and last but not least, I found a lightning dragon. 2 rare dragons? Like what? So this quite literally blew my theory out of the ballpark. You can find yourself any dragon in the swamp biome. That is pretty insane, but they are really difficult to find in this biome, probably the most difficult ever. But there's one more part where you can find yourself any dragon, and it's not only the swamp biome, it is the Mushroom Island. Now, to find yourself a Mushroom Island, you do need yourself a boat, right? And you do need to go to deep seas. Once you're deep in sea, you keep adventuring out, you should be able to find yourself a Mushroom Island. Now, with this island, your chances of finding a dragon is extremely high. But there's chances where you could quite literally not find a dragon. So there is what, like a 60% chance you can find a dragon, and then there's a 40% chance where there is no dragon spawn. So you can see that we are on a mushroom biome. We do a little exploring, and then we should be able to find ourselves a dragon nest. Hopefully we do. We did adventure out a pretty decent amount. We haven't found one yet. Oh, there we go. There we go. So there is one dragon nest here. There we go. And with this biome, you can quite literally find any type of dragon. It's just like the swamp biome. So you can find yourself the dark dragon, which is the rarest one, lightning, air, all the 9 dragons you can literally find here. It's just, and there we go, another dragon spawn, a baby dragon, and look at that, it's the purple one. Purple one seems to be really rare too. So if I said it wasn't rare in the beginning of the video, I was completely wrong. It is pretty rare. So that's 1, and there is another dragon nest, so that's 2. Let's see if we can find ourselves another one. Actually, it seems to be common to find 2 dragons on the same exact island. So the dragons are over there. Let's see if we can find some in this section. And look at that, there's also a honeycomb like little dungeon here. Pretty sure this is like a, yeah, this is a whole dungeon, by the way. You might find yourself some really good loot in here. Let's see. Yeah, oh, doesn't look like it. And yeah, no, that's what it seems like on this Mushroom Island. We only found ourselves 2 dragons, which is pretty good. I mean, it's a guaranteed dragon spot, right? Well, 60% chance. Decided to teleport to a different mushroom biome to see if we can find ourselves a dragon, just to show you that there is chances that you can and cannot find dragon. This one is not too big now, so we might not find one, but I mean, we did find ourselves 2 dragons in a small island, and yeah, there's not a single dragon spawn here. So that's 1 for 2. 1 mushroom island we found 2, 1 we didn't find any at all. We are going to go to another one. There we go, and look at that. Look at that. The 3rd mushroom island, when we found ourselves the rarest dragon, the black dragon, ladies and gentlemen. And we haven't even explored this whole spot. We just teleported and boom, right there. Let's see if we can find ourselves another one. That's actually sick. Oh, there's the honeycomb structure. Look at that. And you can see and there's another dragon, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. And you can see, like I said, every mushroom island is in deep waters. That's 1 dragon. That is 2. I think there's another dragon nest right here. Look at that. 3. That is 2 black dragons. So a baby black dragon, and there's an adult black dragon. Are you kidding me? Do you know how rare that is? That is like a 1 in a million chance. So 3 dragons, 2 of the rarest, and 1 of the, like, oh my goodness. Let's see if we can get lucky and find ourselves another one. There is no way we found ourselves 2 black dragons in 1 island. I wouldn't know what to do with myself, literally. And if you ever go to these mushroom islands, you better prepare yourself with a bow, because things are gonna go down. But yeah, look at that. Baby black dragon, and then we have ourselves a lightning dragon, and we have ourselves another black dragon. That is 3 in a row. Look at that. That is insane. I think there's a very off chance it could spawn in the swamp as well. Look at that. Look at you going towards me. That is sick. So hopefully this video was very useful for anyone trying to find a dragon. Mushroom Islands, you can literally find yourself quite literally any dragon. We just proved it. We went to 3. 1, didn't find any. 2, we found ourselves multiple dragons. Same with the swamp biome. You're able to find yourself multiple dragons there too, but it is insanely rare. Badlands, red dragon, sand, earth dragon, ice, obviously snowy ice, you're gonna find yourself an ice dragon, etc. The list just goes on and on. And if there's any information that you think I missed, make sure you do put it in the comment section below, because this was my own research. There may have been something I missed, so put in the comment section below if I missed something. But thank y'all for watching this video. It is your boy Patar, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.